Okay, we're back, and what are the buffs that I'm running today? The answer is Hail and Hardiness. That's kind of nice. Ow. So, in that case, we might want to try and get our hands on a Troll's Blood Potion. I'm gonna try and bomb that out. Wow, that was a good placement. But yeah, might be... secret. Might be a good idea to go... try and get my hands on... spikes? Probably spikes. I guess the one thing, to go back to what I was talking about in the previous episode, if I have two really short episodes, back to back, I'll just stick them together. I should probably do that, just in case this run, like, I completely just lame brain my way through, and die twice in a row. Because, yeah, I'd rather not have 2 days worth of 20-minute episodes, let alone 3 days worth. Sometimes that'll happen just because, like, I only have so much time to sit down and record, and I'm trying to reveal stuff behind the curtain so people don't get mad at me for underserving a series. Okay, so what do we got? Unfortunately, we need stuff like balance. Savagery would be interesting, but I'm just gonna go for the flat. Maybe? I don't know. Lose more gold on death. Does it say? It's actually only like a 3% loss. That's hardly anything. Still no bomb. Hello, do you have bomb for me? No, in fact, you need bomb from me. Okay, so there's a bomb. I realized took some damage there, but it's not bad. So that should be good. Secret wasn't here. Secret was next room over. I almost bombed north, and it's like, wait a second, that's bad. Okay, we bomb south. Get secret. Secret has this blueprint. Gordon's tunic. Wait, that's a Half-Life reference. I was like, wait a second. I know who this Gordon is. I get that one. Let's see. Where am I? Where is my brain? My brain is elsewhere. Ow. I just, sometimes when I'm playing these games, I think about, like, yeah, what could be added that would be really awesome? I'm definitely in favor of things that modify how you attack. Like, I think there should absolutely be, like, an upgrade that makes it so... Instead of, let's see. What are some good examples I can think of? The time delay on that. I do hope they make it so it's a little bit smoother. I'd love to be able to shoot on the run. All of my transmute potions are on the last run. That sucks. But yeah, I'd really like it if there was like one where instead of just the regular swing, you charge up like a big swing instead. What was that? I clicked and I just didn't swing. It's probably because I was right next to the No, I have no idea. Weird. Maybe it's because I was still in motion or who knows what. Didn't miss anything. I probably did. Let me see. Trying very hard not to hit Bobo. They're gonna hit him. Nope. Trying to protect Bobo. Ow. He got me. Interesting. The melee run is over, and I'm still using melee. You know, it does factor into the build better than I give it credit for. Melee is actually pretty good. I'm not going to be able to get that. Dang. Because we actually do have a, secret spot. Well, we've also got a shop on this floor. So unless we're hideously unlucky. I'm standing on one. I didn't know you could do that. That's awesome. Let's see. What am I saying? Where am I going? But yeah, so like instead of attacking, you'd charge up like a really hard swing. Because I think that would be cool if you had like a charge up and then like swing, and the more you charge up, the harder the peasant will swing the pickaxe. Absolutely gold money. Did I just, like, totally miss the fact that there was a door to the shop there earlier? I must have. Let's see, what other things? I think double throw, triple throw. Maybe something that makes it so you become a monster for a little while. It would be kind of fun if I could be, like, Bobo. Why is there no upgrade that just lets me be Bobo? Run. So it replaces my melee attack with a charge, and my ranged attack with a chucked object. Button. Because, like, it'd work. I was hoping I could just stun lock them. I'm playing very, very casually today. It's one of those where it's like, win or lose, I'll be okay. There we go. Oh. This just has money. Admittedly, it has good money. It has very good money. Considering how much I've just squandered on random garbage, but that's okay. I should have checked for secrets. Because I did not. Huh. That was weird. Okay, and what do we get? Yeah, the problem is it's all swing related. Maybe I just need to accept it. The problem is, like, it's very hard to accept swing damage because almost all of the bosses seem to be based largely around fighting in range, considering contact damage is not friendly in this game. Like, it's a pretty well-designed game, but it's definitely one of those where, like, I will be playing... Let me see, what do we got? We got a chest and a bottle. We'll do a chest and a bottle. That is not what I was hoping for. But it is quite welcome. And I don't have any other... I don't have any other bombs. Oh, I should go check that bookshelf, actually. No. Make the money, don't let the money make you. Yeah. She does have a book here, but I can't read it. And I can't talk to her. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I guess let's just skedoodle. On meat. I was gonna try and snag that meat. Wow, I've taken a lot of damage in this room. Then again, Bobo was like one of the first things that ever killed me in this game. Was it? He might have actually been the first thing that killed me. I was just trying to like grab the food and the gold before everything just wrecked it. The answer is that was foolhardy. Ooh. We'll buy the apprentice's tinctures. And do we dare get a bottled pilfer? I'm gonna do it. I wonder if you can... I wonder if you can actually chow down on a... Or chow down. If you can actually summon a bottled pilfer in a boss chamber. Because that seems like the best possible room to do it. Apart from the fact that it would be a big room, it would also give you a very good opportunity to whammo the thing without actually like having any major obstacles to worry about. Let's see. So we could do penance, but there's no point to it. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep going throw damage. Like, I just don't trust myself enough to do melee. I'll definitely start buying damage upgrades for both. I just can't fit through there. This would almost be a situation for it. My one fear is, I'm not sure, I want to say the... I just want to try drinking it in a boss chamber. See if we get anything fancy for it. That guy just popped up right on top of the gold. Less than appreciated. Okay. It's tempting to have them try and break all these rocks for me. They do actually drop decent resources if I do it right. Not always, though. Yeah, that was probably good enough. There might have been a little bit more in there, but eh. Okay. Intensifier is kind of nice. It's really nice. Main risk is just... obviously getting hit resets the whole thing. I think I still prefer the Keyblade, honestly. Keyblade's a little bit more reliable as far as, like, farming up that extra damage numbers. Okay. So, did we find a secret? I don't think we did. Not in this. Not in this floor. Okay. Next floor is Celt. Honestly, if I don't screw around too much, I should be able to fight Celt. Throw speed would have helped. A lot. Like, if we had throw speed, we might have an easier time with it. Because the problem is Celsus is just very mobile. Where... let's see. Do we grab these two? I was really hoping for something a little bit better. Because the problem is there's Aegis, but, like, that maybe saves me from one hit. Okay. Ow. Well, rest in peace, intensifier buff. And again, this is kind of normal whenever I'm fighting lurkers. They're just butts. Okay, so what do we got down here? High money. Yeah, I'll try and only break one of these at a time. It's not worth it otherwise. Okay, I think we're good. Didn't lose too much. Okay, so far so good. But yeah, my problem is at this point, Celt originally was probably, well, I mean, is absolutely the easiest boss. One of the harder ones to hit for obvious reasons, but their statistics weren't that high. kind of helpful. I prefer items that give me very distinct bonuses against bosses as opposed to regular enemies, because I can pretty much, like, ham-bone my way through regular gameplay here. Probably should have bombed one of the other spots. 2 rocks, 1 bomb. Because as it stands, like, the bosses are the hard part. Whatever scaling happens to the enemies, it's minor at best. And so I can more or less just punch my way through freely. Whereas the bosses, like, they scale fast. And well, it's not necessarily like super problematic. It can be. Let's see, that's a decent amount of money. We've got a talisman, but no curse to get rid of. Let's see. But yeah, so like, Self, for example, even without frailty, I still end up taking, like, 100 damage per hit. Ooh. That a new blessing? No, that's golden kernels. Yeah, people were telling me to get golden kernels for a while, and it's like, I've never unlocked it. But a lot of people just assume I have things. It's not too much, but it's just like, I'm kind of at the mercy of RNG on whether or not I get some of these upgrades. Which is kind of good, kind of bad. I don't know. I don't really know which I like more. This system or the Binding of Isaac system where you have to do crazy challenges to unlock new things. I think I kind of like the mix, actually. Like, you know what? It's like Smash Bros. That's actually it. The Smash Bros. Style of unlocking things would probably almost be the perfect system for this, to some degree. Just wait until most of them are gone, just in case they turn around. Let's see. For those of you that haven't played Smash Bros. Or aren't entirely sure what I'm talking about, in Super Smash Bros., at least in the older ones, I don't know about the newer ones, just because I only played a little bit of the newest one, and then had to stop just because it was miserable on my hands. But, for Smash Brothers, the way you unlock characters is twofold. Special conditions while you're playing the campaign mode, or, ow. Either via special conditions while you're playing the campaign mode. Well, I've already done a decent amount of damage to Self. Nope, didn't work. Okay. Let's see. Special conditions during the campaign mode. Sorry. Oh. I do not want to be cornered by this beast. Because that is certain death. Let's see. Or the other way you can do it is just through, it's not RNG, but it's like X amount of just battles in the standard like versus mode. And so like do 1,000 battles or something like that, and Ness will show up, or I don't remember. It wasn't 1,000, but I remember for like 1 or 2 of them, it was actually straight up just easier to just play versus matches over and over again. I think, I want to say for Brawl, we ended up just having the bots face each other. Because we got lazy. Let's see. What was it? But I think that sort of system would actually work really well for a game like Binding of Isaac, for example, or UnderMine, where it might be difficult for some players to unlock special conditions. Like, I'm trying to remember some of the more, like, egregious. Anything that you unlocked by playing with the Lost in Isaac was not fun. If you've ever followed any of my series, you might have noticed that I straight up never recorded me trying to unlock any of those items. It was largely because it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't very fun. So I just was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to do this off camera. Oh, that was close. A double jump would actually be really cool in this game. Just do that. He's pissed. Got it. Okay. Drink the next. Just go up largely to full. Like to kill these guys. But it almost would make more sense in a lot of these games, especially with the somewhat merciless difficulty curve, if you actually had a system where, you know, the fast way to unlock an item is by... the fast way to unlock an item is by just playing the game over and over again and finding it. Or no. The fast way to find it is by completing weird objectives. I know everybody's telling me you can break those rocks, but I'm not actually sure if it's worth it. Maybe if I had a faster swing speed, or more damage. Does more damage even affect how fast you punch through rocks? I'm not really sure. Yeah, trying to go melee on Celsus is stupid. I don't know why I was trying. Like, I'm sure if you did it well, if I had more upgrades, it might be okay. He's just not very static. Okay. One more hit and he's down. And he is dead. There we go. Okay, so let's grab this stuff and then let's go after the... Let's try the pilfer? I mean, I could wait until the very, very end. But it's becoming increasingly apparent that I'm probably going to want to stock up on good healing potions. Got it. Okay, so it does seem like it would be best to do that later on. But yeah, popping a hoarding pilfer in a boss chamber is actually a really good idea. It's probably best that you save it for the very, very end, but... that's more of a pain in the ass, especially if you're on, like, New Game Plus, blah, 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 blah. Because then it becomes a problem. Anyway, let's see. So, yeah, to finish what I was saying, I think it would actually be better if every item, or almost every item, was actually based on an upgrade, well, not an upgrade system, an unlock system where, yeah, you can find it in one of those just random treasure chests, but you can also like do a specific thing to unlock it. So easy example. Maybe you get float boots by taking that 9 curse thing, and then surviving to the Hall of Din or something like that. Or yeah, you just find it in a blueprint. Do you unlock? I actually don't remember if that's how you unlock float boots, but that's the point I can think of. What else would be a good one? Pilfer's Gift. I mean, that's an easy one actually. Because that one, you know, that one unlocks very specifically. That's a transmute to the room. I'm gonna grab the transmutagen. Do we have any healing? No. What am I doing on keys and bombs? I'm gonna stock up a little bit. Let's see. But the Pilfer's Gift is an example of one that, yeah, okay, you can't unlock that through regular play because anybody can do it. Whereas anything that seems like unreasonable, anything that would be like really hard, like no damage your way through an entire run, and kill all bosses, like that sort of thing would be one of those where, like, yeah, only really, really good players are going to manage to pull that off. But maybe if you just had it that it dropped after your 100th run, like, okay, whatever, no harm, no foul. Some player that's not particularly good or particularly lucky will just get it. And sure, that means, like, well, maybe it's like, maybe not 100th successful run, maybe 100th boss kill or something. I don't know. There's ways to balance this, and there's ways to not, because there's always going to be the people that, I guess if we're going to... That wasn't worth it. Wasn't sure if that was a self-harm chest or a, let's see, or a bomb chest. The answer is, yeah, it's not worth it. This is, though. Because maybe if we had the key doubler. I just realized, by the way, pixel art for this game looks nearly the same as the pixel art. Not nearly the same. It has the same quality as Graveyard Keeper, though. Like, there's some pretty swank pixel art in this. And actually, kind of interesting story. So I met the developers at PAX. I guess both PAXs. Because I got to see them for the first time at PAX East, and then talked with them for a while at PAX West. But one interesting thing that they were actually talking about is that they had contracted art. A fair bit of art, actually. And this was actually a bit of a problem to them, because they were paying people, like, I want to say it was $40 an hour or something like that. Like, insane wages for good pixel art. And they kept having artists, like, totally ghost them. So, for example, they apparently had one woman who did, like, decent art for, like, a little while, and yeah, they paid her really good money. I'm pretty sure she was from, like, Eastern Europe or something. Which, you know, those kind of wages, I think, are pretty stupidly high. I really would like to look at the average wages, like, in US dollars for various countries, because, like, even for me, like, 40 bucks an hour is actually what I make effectively right now. Honestly, I'd have to... Oh, we've got an imp. I'd actually have to look at how many hours I put into YouTube in a given weekday, month, or whatever, and then split that up into actual wages. I probably don't make that much per hour that I put in, but because I can just put as many hours in as possible, it doesn't matter as much. Let's see. So, seasoned popcorn, food dupes itself, that's not really that good. Let's grab the protein shake and the antimatter. It's always in my best interest to hold on to a number of those. Because, sure, I'm going to end up squandering, like, a couple thousand gold over the course of a run. But if I... What? That did do the pass-through damage on this guy. Weird. Let's see. I might end up squandering, like, a couple thousand gold over the course of a run on bombs and associated other things. At the same time, I'm going to end up with so much more as a result of... Well, that's gone. Why can't I sticky fingers this? I don't get it. Let me see. Probably just kill that guy before he summons too many more of his, like, weird potlings. Let's see. But yeah, like, $40 an hour is insane. When I was working, admittedly, at a really kind of Yeah, it was an exploitative studio. It was one of those studios that hired a bunch of college grads for beans, because the studio itself was attached to said college studio. It was effectively what a lot of companies do, where they're like, we're gonna just hire nothing but interns, and then crunch them to death until they suck, and then we'll fire them and replace them with a new intern. I don't actually know if it worked out for them. I have no idea if the studio has much upward mobility. They've made a couple of games in my absence. And honestly, like, I was not a very good employee. It was all SpongeBob stuff, so, like, it just was not... It was not very creatively fulfilling. Hello, Guidance! You would have been nice a little while ago, but whatever. But what was I gonna say? So, effectively, the guy that owned the studio was also the multimedia teacher at the college. I got very lucky there. Guess I don't need to care too much, because we've got food in the shop. Let's see. Should probably also check for sparkles. This would be a good room for sparkles. Nope. Not a single one. I'm not very avid about checking secret rooms just because they're not that insane. Okay. Well, what do we do? I guess we head down. But what was I gonna say? Right. So he was actually a teacher, but he also owned a game studio, and he had the game studio run by kind of his underlings. He was barely there because he was usually teaching. And so what this means is he was in a... When I say multimedia, it was New Age Design, I think it was called, where they taught a little bit of animation, a little bit of illustration, a little bit of game design, a little bit of programming, a little bit of kind of everything. Honestly, the easiest way to describe it would be a course specifically for people that wanted to get into making Flash games on their own, which obviously, you know, that's kind of crumbled, but it would have been a perfect course if you wanted to know everything you needed to know about being a solo indie developer. Like, that's what this studio was. Or this program was. And I almost went into the program myself. I had applied, and, like, was trying to talk to them about getting into the program, and I don't actually know if it was the guy that ended up being my boss. 3 bombs for pilfering. Heck yeah. Especially because I can just burn health and get some more bombs back. And then heal up. Perfect. Anyway, but yeah, I never got into the program because they never responded to me, whereas the illustration program was super friendly to me, so I was just like, alright, sure, let's go into illustration. Let's see, yeah, we gotta go Vigor. Minor weakness, pfft, hardly an issue, and we've got talismans to just keep me hale and hearty. Okay. This might be the one room that's a problem in, though. I still do tons of damage. Even with weakness. I'm so glad these enemies don't do contact damage. I really do not like contact damage in a video game. It's just not very fun. I've said this a billion times and I'll continue to say it just because it makes me mad. Let's see. So what was I gonna say? Right. So, studio, kind of exploitative. But, so, yeah, they hired me when I was a senior in college, and it was my first game design job, and I was like, yeah! You know, I don't even care that it's, like, for Nickelodeon. Because my first project was awesome. We made a really cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, where you were, like, making weird mutant monsters, and, oh, we got an imp. I always find that out at the tail end. I guess I've also got to be throwing things just because... Hey! That worked out. Let's see. Hi. Kind of expensive, but it's worth it. I haven't actually had Guidance and Shockwave together at the same time in a long time. Or, sorry, Sonic Boom. Let's see. Anyway, so yeah, got hired when I was in, when I was a senior in college. What was this? 6 years ago. No, A little bit more than 6 years ago. I got let go 6 years ago. Why is everything on a really deep sale today? At least the sewing kit is. That's just worth it. Let's see. I'm chug lug this. I'm gonna buy the... Grab that. I have a chest in a bottle. Might not be a bad idea. But I think this is at least fine for now. Anyway, let's see. But yeah, I got hired senior year 6.5 years ago. And more or less... Oh, do I have the... Let me double check game options. How'd that turn off? Okay. I was wondering about that, and it's like, I feel like I've been eating food while at full health a couple of times now. Maybe that sets to default whenever you, Wow, Sonic Boom is nuts. I can't wait to fight Mortar like this. I bet I'm going to do horrid things to that creature. But yeah, so it was $12 an hour or something like that to do art full-time. Admittedly, that would go up to 18 whenever there was crunch, and there was crunch. It wasn't always, but it existed, and it was not infrequent that I would do 65 hours. It's interesting, we have this period of accountability. A lot of studios are being specifically revealed for their kind of anti-employee programs, you know, like, we're gonna make you work 60 hours for 2 months, so we can get this game shipped on time, and, you know, that's how you end up with all these, like, kind of really broken, bad games, because everybody's super overworked, and it's like, straight up, you guys probably, well, you guys watching this video, if you've seen this series this entire time, you'll know exactly what the effects of crunch are. If you notice, like, I've probably been, I mean, yeah, obviously I'm just kind of ranting about topics at this point. But a couple weeks ago, especially kind of in the early days of this series, I was pretty freaking overwhelmed. You know, there's a lot of games coming out, and I just was not handling my workload very well, and mentally, it was very specifically wearing on me. And so I was on a bit of a hair trigger. And easily pissed off at things, and so yeah, having a bunch of people just be like, how did you miss all this wall gold? Like, really got my goat. And I stopped being a good YouTuber, and I was just mad. And, like, realistically, it was still a fine. It wasn't... Hopefully... I mean, it was probably a big deal. It still bothers me. Don't get me wrong. It's not that it doesn't bother me anymore. It's just that, like, I'm in a much sounder mental place for dealing with this kind of thing than where I was, you know, a couple weeks ago. And that's like, really short-term crunch. Imagine me in that mindset for months. I don't care about leftovers. Conductor, hell yeah. Might mean we want to do Alglycerin. Oh, we're going to do Alglycerin against Mortar. I realize it's going to cut the amount of money I could potentially get, but the benefits of just utterly just shrekking the dude, it's too good to pass up. Huh, we have both the bomb and the key doublers. I am unconvinced that it's worth it, but I'm going to grab both anyway. Grab that. And I'm going to grab the tincture. I don't think I really need the rest. Okay. Let's see. So what was I going to say? Where's my brain? Dewy Vigor. Now let's do throw damage. Ooh, minor frailty. Okay, gonna see if I can go get rid of that. This could be a bit of a problem. You know what, whatever. Talisman. Frailty's gone. Suck a duck, because I don't really care about minor weakness. I really wish I had more control of some of these things. Well, time to fight Mortar. Let's see. But let's go back But yeah, so this is one of those... Oh, nope, 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 shit. Yeah, not much you can do to this guy when he's full aggro like that. Okay. So that went bad. Okay. So apparently zapping myself is a piss-poor idea around all this gold. I think he's going my way next. Yeah. At least he has very defined patterns. Okay. And that is why I bring a shit ton of potions along with me. Ow! I should have known that was gonna happen. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they're going. I think they just left. I might have broken them. We might be okay now. Because, yeah, his orbs just pieced out, and they never came back. Which is confusing, but not necessarily a bad thing. Well, it's absolutely a good thing. I survived this fight. I got too casual there. This is normal. Anyway, let's see. But yeah, this is one of those places that if you... There was crunch, but if you went overtime, they'd get mad about it and try and, like... they'd start nitpicking, like, okay, you know, did you actually spend 60 hours on this, or were you in the office watching movies and, like, goofing around and stuff? And, you know, at the time, being a really, really young guy, I'm just like, oh shit, you know... No, I guess I'm really not, you know, I'm not working my fullest here. Of course not. You know, I definitely was goofing off. You know, I maybe took a little bit longer on lunch. I watched, like, some YouTube videos while I was working, and that slowed me down and whatever. And so what I do is kind of start fudging the numbers and say, like, well, I worked 60 hours this week, so let's work 30 hours the next week, and kind of underreport my hours so it doesn't piss off my boss. And what I've realized is that's the boss getting pissed off at me for going overtime isn't necessarily my fault. Like, yeah, obviously I was not the best employee, and that did contribute to why I took longer, but, like, I was still in college, working 60-hour weeks every once in a while. And, if I were to ever do that again, oh, God, I don't even know what I would do, because realistically, I did need that job. It was the only job in that entire city. And, you know... It was... I never got another games industry job after working at this place. And that, you know, is obviously one of those where... if I didn't get lucky with YouTube, that actually would have been career-ending, you know, getting laid off from there. And I am super lucky that, you know, I have the opportunity to do this. Let's see. More throw damage, low health. Oh, that'll be kind of nice. But, so... You know, I can totally understand the mindset of somebody that gets suckered into working, yeah, 80 hours a week, perpetually, for a bad studio. Because, yeah, this is their big break. That got bad. There we go. Ugh. I don't think we really need the grill. grab chest and a bottle. And we will grab the holy water. You know what? I'm just gonna drink the holy water. It's a little unnecessary given the situation, but still, worth it. But yeah, so I've been hearing about a lot of studios that actually would make their employees crunch like this and be very abusive and very angry if you know, reported overtime because, you know, we're all in this together, blah, 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 and no, you're not. We're all in this together works when everybody's being paid equally. Like, I totally understand crunch from the perspective of an indie development studio, where, yeah, you all make the same amount of money, presumably. You know, I don't know what the structure is for UnderMine, but I'm assuming most of them get a cut of the eventual profits. Let's see, we don't need craftsmanship, we don't need toughness. Honestly, I'm gonna put it into max health. Lose more gold on death. Whoops. I forgot I don't have float boats. But yeah, I don't know what I'd do if I was in that situation again. Probably what I did, which is realize that I was being exploited and slowly start looking into, yeah, maybe I can get another job. Maybe there's other things that I can be looking into doing instead of working at $12 an hour. Like, that was ultimately the point that I was even trying to make here, is that I was making $12 an hour, 18 with overtime when I reported said overtime. Yeah, damn fool for not. But so when I hear of developers, like the UnderMine people paying artists $40 an hour to make art and having the artists just totally flake out on them, that's like, I can kind of understand it. Like, I realize, you know, life happens, it's hard, and if you don't have a very good, like, instilled work ethic, that sort of thing can actually be, like, really difficult to keep up with. I did one piece of freelance once, and it was one of those where they had some kind of ridiculous demands, and I was also working a full-time job, and so I was, like, trying to juggle both, and they're just like, you know what, no, you're underperforming, and then the studio closed. And I'm not actually sure if I was underperforming, or if they were just, they ran out of money and blamed me, so I wouldn't go after them for the remainder of my fee. I don't know. There's a billion different ways that these things kind of boil down. Let's see. But I guess I just get mad when I hear about people getting paid, like, stupid amounts of money and then just totally flaking on it. I'm like, man, I would have loved that ages ago. But here I am. I don't know. I like my job now. It's a fun job most of the time. Okay, that. Somebody was asking a while back why I don't ever... God damn it. Somebody was asking how. God damn. Those things are just a little fast. It's fine. The money is hardly an issue. It's gonna piss off more spiders instead of actually... Okay, we're good. Sometimes it'll just, like, go across the room and, like, bust open all of the nests, and it's just like, what are you doing? They might have fixed that. Or maybe it was just, like, a one-time event. I don't know. Holy crap. I wish I had mushroom. I'm also, like, super freaking aggro right now, and it's gone. I wish that would actually last for a while longer, because the war paint is such an amusing item that never is going to be that useful. Let's see, Transmutagen Blast would be kind of cool. It's a little late for it on the run, though. Because what am I going to be able to transmute? Like, one, maybe 2 items? Have I found the item room in here yet? I must have. Because we only have 1 room left. Okay. That's just a bad boner. Bonk that. Get the potion. Okay, grab that. Get a secret up here. I don't see any other secrets. Okay. This is worth it. For obvious reasons. Crit damage is nice. I don't think I'm gonna go for the key, but I'll go for the bomb at the very least. Got that. We don't have any other sparklies. Yeah, we're just not gonna use that many keys before we're done here. Anyway. I don't know. Life is weird. I do appreciate that I've finally gotten to the point in this game where I can actually talk consistently about other stuff without having to talk about the game. Which I realized, like... Oh, wait. Chest over here isn't open. That might just be a visual glitch. I don't know. I never know if it's one of those where it's closed for a reason, or if it's, because it's one of those where it's like, the chest might be closed because a visual bug, or because there's some way of triggering another item to drop in that room. And I truly have no easy way of knowing. That's okay. At some point we will know. I should look at how this game did Steam reviews-wise. I hope it did well enough. It's one of those where it always hurts just a little bit when I'm like looking at reviews for like a game that I really loved. I was like, man, this game was awesome! And I wonder what other people think about it, and just no one has noticed. On the plus side, I have you guys, as weird and as cheesy as that sounds. Let's see, do we want balance? Do I want health? I'm gonna go with that. Decreases throw speed. That might not be a problem. I'd still like to get rid of it, but that's not a huge problem. Yeah, Sonic Boom makes that almost unnoticeable. Which is good. Let's see. So what was I going to say? I was talking about, like, getting off topic. Oh, right. I was also talking about... Yep, so I don't just automatically eat that food now. Games that do well. For a while, there were a number of games that I absolutely loved, and just... Yeah, they just didn't get any exposure. Honestly, it seems like one of the biggest problems right now is marketing. That a lot of games have serious troubles. Do I care about float boots? It's probably a little bit late. Let's probably drop the chest in a bottle. While we're here. Because float boots might help me a smidge. Let's see if we get any more transmutation tonics. We do get a troll sweat, though. Oh, I've got holy water. Grab the tincture. We got big meat there, but we don't need big meat. Honestly, I can't re-roll the float boot, so I guess we're gonna just grab it. I mean, it helps. I wish the different boots had synergistic effects, because that would be really fun. Like, the synergistic effects that are in the game are really cool. There's just, like, 3 of them. And I've got one of them once. Which is... Oh, right, I've got the anti-spike boots. Okay. Don't see any secrets in here. We're gonna just keep going. I think the consequence of me having the occasional really short episode is I might make some of these kind of long. I don't know. It's really hard to work with, because it's like... I have a ton of time today, but soon I will have no time. And it's like, well, do I plan for that and have a big backlog? Or do I just take days off of UnderMine? I don't know. That might actually be something I could put to a vote or something. Let's see. And yes, I realize there's the gargoyle, and I can bomb him. Or I can just gold him. Ooh. Block a hit once in a while. 2 curses at this point for Nullstone might be really good. Oh, we get Grimhide's Mirror, which I like. That's one half of that combo that I'm talking about. Let's see. Yeah, what's an example of a roguelike that I really, really loved? That absolutely... Maybe not bombed. Cavern Kings. Cavern Kings is going to be the one that I talk about whenever this comes up, as one of those roguelikes that was absolutely amazing for its time. I mean, what was that, 2014? There weren't a whole lot of roguelikes on the market at the time, and most of them were kind of bad. You know, we had a couple of interesting ones. There was that Runers game that I actually owe a lot to, but it looked like ass. It was fun as hell to play, because you just had these, like, insane spells that you were comboing together to do, like, more and more damage. I can't imagine most people watching this series were around back in the day, or have ever even heard of Runers. I'm gonna kill him. But that was one of those roguelikes that... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go for those curses. Blocking that spare hit would be nice, but we're seconds from fighting the boss, kind of, sort of. I don't think it's worth it. Let's see. I'm just gonna grab the fish. And what do we got in here? Okay, float potion. Purge potion. How to transmute to the brain. Okay. Well, this is kind of fortuitous. So we're gonna drink this. Probably should have transmuted... No. Okay, so we get a bottled pilfer. And we get another troll sweat. Probably should have gone for something with a little bit more of a flat bonus. And I was kind of hoping I could get rid of that singular remaining curse, but, like, truly... Eh. Okay. So we got a sweaty troll on our hands. Which is good, because I should heal a considerable amount from the troll sweat. I'm probably going to pop the first one immediately. And then we're going to see about the rest. Hello. That healing being more effective is nice. And let's go down. Oh. Wish I could actually drank while we're waiting for him to show up. Okay, Nori. On the plus side, I don't have to wait for my pickaxe. My throw animation is stupid fast. Well, that sucks. I got stuck on the stupid torch. And then we got cursed. Well, if I get skunked by Nori, it'll be the first time that happens, actually. I don't think I've ever gotten killed by him before. And most of it is entirely hubris. And I'm on fire. I gotta not Jack Be Nimble anything. One thing that throws me off really hard is the range on those damage portals. Not sure why I'm on fire, but it sucks. Now, do I still have Troll Sweat running? Nope. Okay, so U-shaped bullet hurting does work against these guys. But yeah, I was expecting Troll Sweat to last a lot longer than it did. Frustrating. Okay. Well, there's a run for clutch hits, so let's keep the lights on. Okay, now that I know how to get past his stupid curse bits, it's not so bad. We're at full health, picking up that not frailty curse. Oh, this is a bad time to have really itchy eyes and ears. Focus is a pain. Keep the lights on. I really wish you could set this guy on fire or poison him. It's a little obnoxious that status effects don't affect the boss, because it effectively renders Salamander Tail completely pointless. Like, why even have it? In fact, I'd actually... I'm actually going to reinforce that. Salamander Tail is only useful as a utility item, and it kind of pisses me off a little bit. Because... let's see. The problem is, most enemies don't live that long. Let's see. Yeah, most enemies straight up don't live that long. And so, like, setting them on fire is kind of pointless. Which is super unfortunate because, like, I love the idea of setting enemies on fire. If it had some other bonus effect, like burning enemies took extra damage. Oh, boy. And got dark. And got mad dark. Shit. I was trying to hit it, but I was already in the air, and so I landed right where it came down. Only 10,000. Yeah, honestly, we're getting to the point where I'm not actually sure if I'm going to be able to beat this without extreme grinding. I almost did fine there. We got skunked by a couple of things. I'm just gonna get the hide tunic, a little bit extra damage. I don't know. I was really close. I probably could have gotten it, but if... Like, New Game Plus 4 is going to be the farthest I think I will be able to make it with my current statistics. Because, like, that sucks. The fact that it does a quarter to half of my health in one hit is becoming a problem. But it's okay. But yeah, I don't know. If an item has... If a damage item is randomly redundant versus a boss, I don't believe it should be useful. I have this problem with a lot of games, where, you know, it's like, here's this cool character. He does poisons and debuffs and stuff, but the boss is immune to all of these things. Is the boss poison-themed? No! Why would he be? Because he's immune to poison? No! He's just King Gajabajab from the Kingdom of blah blah blah, and he's got really badass looking armor. Then why is he immune to poison? He eats a lot of eggs, and it's like, what? That doesn't even make any goddamn sense. Why is he immune to poison? And the answer is, because the game mechanics don't really fit poisoning, and it's like, That's why I respect games that, like, really let you use status effects, even against bosses. Sure, there might even be, like, some means of skunking the boss as a result, but, like, mechanical consistency is fun, and it makes me a little bit mad when, yeah, I have one, like, damage-dealing item that might actually make a huge difference. Like, I'd even go so far as to say that if I could set him on fire, I might have actually won there. Maybe. I don't know. Hard to say. But it's just unfortunate to have a whole mechanic that is just arbitrarily redundant against the hardest enemy in the game. And it's like, why is this here then? Why would this be in the pool? Because straight up, if I had a D6, I'd just re-roll that whenever I got it, because what's the point? Why use it? If you can't poison the boss, then it's not really useful. I don't know. I've said my piece. I will see you guys next time. I think I might have to give UnderMine a bit of a break. Like, it's probably going to go on rotation with Slay the Spire or something like that. Or I might just dive into some new roguelikes until we wait for new content. It's been a long time coming, and it's kind of one of those where it's like, I say this, I've been saying this, and then it turns out that I still want to play more of the game. Just because it is actually that fun. It's just, yeah, I'm waiting for more content. And that's really how it boils down. So for now, I guess I'll see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for watching.